Guys, the PDF that you're seeing on the screen is the CSAT paper of your APPSC exam, that is Arunachal PCS exam of 2024. And today we will take some of the calendar-based problems and try to see some concepts regarding the calendar problems. So the first question that I can see is about leap year concept. That is question number 63. So let's copy. So the system might be new form for many, but it is going to be fun because it will save your time also. Because we don't have to write the questions, we don't have to rub the board, we just have to solve the questions. So this question is saying or asking that whether 1900 is a leap year or not. No? That you have to answer in yes, no, or whatever other options you will see. So, what is this leap year? The first question that should come to our mind. This concept need to be very clear because this is very much used in calendar problems. So I will tell you a few things regarding leap year that are very important. First thing is leap year has 366 days. Fine. A normal year or a regular year. Regular year has 365 days. Normal year or regular year has 365 days, but leap years has one extra day. One extra day is there. And this extra day comes at a peculiar date, that is February 29th. So that we all know. Normally, in regular years, February has 28 days. No, 28 days are there. But leap years have one extra day that comes at February 29th. So when the leap year take effect, that extra day is in the February month, February 29th. One thing is this. Now, other thing about this thing is when the leap year comes, when it comes, कब आता है leap year? So one is simply cycle of 4, that is every 4 years. This is the normal way of knowing whether some year is a leap year. Like suppose 2024 was a leap year. So the next leap year will come after 4 years. That is 2028. There will be 4 years gap. And the next, it will be 2032. Or you can go backwards also. 2024, before that the leap year was 2020. So the leap years have a cycle of 4. And in other words, we can say because the calendar started from 0. The modern calendar, the Gregorian calendar, started from 0. That is the birth of Christ. So that is every 4 years will be multiples of 4. That has keep on continuing till now. So they are multiples of 4. Or I can say that my leap year will be divisible by 4. It will be divisible by 4. That is why 2020, when I divide by 4, it is completely divisible. There is no remainder. There is no remainder. So it was a leap year. A leap year with a cycle of 4 is divisible by 4, है ना? That is one thing that we have noted. Clear? And to check, है ना, any number like say 2026, whether it is divisible by 4, the rule of divisibility that we, है ना, learn in number system, you just check the last two numbers for the 4. 26, 26 doesn't come in the table of 4. So I can say for the full number that it will not be divisible by 4. Na? 2026 is not divisible by 4. So it is not leap year. Na? So I will say this is not leap year. But 2020 was divisible. Na? Was divisible. So it is a leap year. Okay. So this is the first thing about the leap year concept. First thing. But this is not the end of the story. There is a very important second thing about the leap years. That is century years. Century years, they will be treated differently. You have to treat them differently. What are century years? Like 1600. Anything with two zeros, है ना? Like in cricket, when there is century, when the person makes 100. When there is a double century, when there is a 200, है ना? And so on. So they have what? Two zeros. Two zeros can be in ancient time also, na? Like 700 AD is having two zeros. So this is also a century year. And I told you they have to be treated differently. So how we will check whether it is a leap year or not? That has a different method. है ना? That is why they are treated differently. So what is that method? You will check now divisibility by 400. You have to check whether, like suppose 2000 is a leap year or not. It's not a normal year, it is century year. So the rule here is different. है ना? Century years have different rule. Always remember. And this question that APPSC asks is based on this rule only, that I will check the divisibility by 400. So suppose 2000, है ना? 2000. Now this will be divisible. है ना? This is getting divided by 4. So I can say 2000 is a leap year. But what about the 1900? है ना? Like the question is asking about the year 1900, that whether 1900 was a leap year or not. So I will apply the same logic here, because 1900 is a century year. है ना? It is a century year, so it will be treated differently by different rule. That I will check whether 1900 is divisible by 400 or not. है ना? So it will not be completely divisible. है ना? There will be remainder. Remainder आएगा यहाँ पे. So I can say, if you have doubt, है ना, in division, you can always check by this method, because है ना, it will not be the 3 which is remainder, because you are multiplying by 4 and 300 is the remainder. So it is not completely divisible. I can say this is not divisible by 400. So it is not a leap year. है ना? It will not be a leap year. Clear? So coming back to the options. So what the question options had before us? A, no. B, yes. C, it was a regular year. And D, it had 366 days. We know, है ना, that 1900 is not a leap year. So A is correct, that it is not a leap year, because the question is asking whether it was a leap year. So B will be wrong. है ना? but always go through all the options, because if you read the C option, it is saying it was a regular year. So this is also true, because there are two kind of years. Years are of two kind. One is leap year, other is a रेगुलर ईयर, जिसको नॉन लीप ईयर भी बोल देते हैं, वो रेगुलर है. लाइक 2026 दैट द ईयर वी आर गोइंग थ्रू इज अ रेगुलर ईयर. और है ना, वी कैन सी इट एज अ रेगुलर ईयर आल्सो, एंड वी कैन आल्सो सी इट एज अ इट्स अ नॉट अ लीप ईयर. इट इज नॉट अ लीप ईयर. Okay, so here this statement is also true that it was a regular year. And fourth option is saying it has 366 days. We have already checked that leap year has 6360, but our is a non-leap year, so it has 365. So D will be wrong. So that is why commission had gave the option as A and C both. So those who have marked A also, that was also correct. Those who have marked C, that is also correct. So sometimes commission can give two options also, that is in the official key itself. So don't worry about that thing. And if you're getting two options, be very sure that there are two exactly correct options. So mark one, because if you will leave the question, you will not get marks, but only either you have marked A or C, you will get a marks in this question. And sometimes there is error in the question, and there will be no option which is correct. That is, none of the ABCD is correct. In those options, the commission gives arteric sign, the star mark as the option. So it means that grace marks will be given, because none of the option is correct. So this also happens in some questions that we'll see, that sometimes this also happens. So when you are getting no option, so then better leave that question. When none of the options you are getting, so leave that question. But you are getting any of the option as correct, so go with the one that you have found first in the exam. So now let's see some other question. So coming back to the exam PDFs. So after 63, the question that I can see is question number 66. This is also a calendar based problem. This question. So let's come to the board and paste this question. Okay, so this is the question. So what is this question asking? It is again related to the leap, some kind of leap year concept that is in a non-leap year. How many days are there between two dates which are given? That is 15th March, March 15, and September 30. Excluding these 2 days, that is very important, that we don't have to count March 15 and March 30 while we count these days. And you are given these four options. But if you see that from March 15 to March to September 30, how many days are there? Excluding the March 15 and excluding the March 30, the leap year will not matter, because we have already discussed that leap year का इफेक्ट कब आता है. लीप ईयर का इफेक्ट आता है February मंथ, है ना. February, whether it is 28 days or 29 days, है ना. In non-leap year 28 and in leap year 29 days. So February is the month when the leap year takes effect, but we are seeing from March to September, so it will not matter, है ना. It will not matter whether it is a leap year or not a leap year. I hope this thing is clear to you, that it will not matter. So how you will count the days? To counting the days between, it is very important that you know that how many months are there. Without this, you cannot solve the calendar problem. Not just month, but you have to know how many days each month has. January has 31 days, February has 28 days in a non-leap year, or 29 days in a leap year. है ना? Only February is having this kind of exception, but otherwise days are fixed. March has 31 days. है ना? So alternatively, we have this kind of behavior in months. Okay, so that is how. But in July, August, we have 31, 31, and then September, October, November, December. The alternate pattern will keep on going. So fine. This you can see by your hand, no? Knuckles. So try to see by your knuckles. Our knuckles have this kind of depression. So these have depressions, and you can say syncline, anticline kind of thing is there. So if you start from here, January, so upper side 31 days, है ना? February lower side, है ना? February में तो 28 days होते हैं. February will be here. Then March 31 days. April will be here, 30 days. May upper side 31 days. June here, है ना? June next year 30 days. Then July is upside 31 days, है ना? July is upside में आ रहा है. And then so you will again see here, that is why there is a repetition, है ना? जुलाई तक कर लिया, फिर आप यहाँ से दोबारा काउंटिंग शुरू करोगे. So that is why August will come here, है ना? Let me draw it with a different pen. So then August 31, September will here 30 days, then October 31, then November 30 days, and then December, end of the counting. So that is how by your knuckles you can remember, those who don't know this thing. But it is important to know this thing, that how many days in each month are there. Then only you can solve the calendar based problems. So please find, just in Google search knuckle images for calendar, and you will understand, or you can watch a video also on YouTube. Okay, so coming back to the question, now we know that how many days in each question, in each month are there. So now I can erase this thing, so we can, or I will keep this on board only, because you have to count later also. Some of you might be not remembering this. So now let's count the days. कहाँ से count करना है? You have to count from 15th of March to 30th of September, but excluding this, exclude भी करना है, excluding the 15th March and 30th September, means we will not count these days. So let's see the days. March में कितने दिन होंगे? Now 15th March तक तो हमने नहीं करना ना, मार्च के बाद कितने दिन रह गए हैं. अब March has 31 days, है ना? We have already seen that how many days March has. March has 31 days. So 31 minus 15, है ना? Because I have to see how many days are left. Then only I can count, है ना? From March to September, I have to see up to September. So 15th March तो हो गया. So how many days after 15th March are left? So 31 is the total days in March minus 15, है ना? 15 days तक तो हो गया. 15th हमें exclude करना है ना? So 16 are left. 16. So this calculation is important, because other months are complete, है ना? Only March and September we have to be careful when we are writing the days, because what we have to find, है ना? We have to find the days between this thing. तो मार्च में कितने दिन रह गए थे? 15 days तो हो गए थे, है ना? 15th March तक. तो rest 16 are remaining. अप्रैल के तो सारे ही काउंट करेंगे, बिकॉज है ना वी हैव टू गो टिल सितंबर. सो अप्रैल पूरा आएगा, मई पूरा आएगा, जून पूरा आएगा, जुलाई पूरा आएगा, अगस्त पूरा आएगा, और सितंबर में भी हमें केयरफुल होना है. सो दीज डेज वी कैन डायरेक्टली ऐड, है ना? दैट अप्रैल हैज 30 days. May. So this might be looking very lengthy, है ना? But I am telling you very conceptual things, that for the first timers, those who don't know this thing. But when you will be knowing this thing, it will become easier for you. So I'm writing just the now days है ना, जुलाई अगस्त में 31 होता है ना, that we have seen already. इसमें रिपीट होता है जैसे है ना, नकल्स में भी हमने देखा था कि यहाँ तक काउंटिंग वापस करते हो. In September, now September you have to be careful है ना, about the September, because it's saying we have to exclude the 30th September. तो सितंबर में कितने दिन होते हैं? सितंबर में 30 डेज होते थे है ना. So 30 is the normal, but 30th September, that is last day of the September, I have to exclude. No, you are counting the days, but आपको 30th September नहीं काउंट करना है ना. तो टोटल 30 days minus the 30th September, 29 days. So this is 29 that you will count here. So here this part was tricky to calculate and this part was tricky. Rest is that है ना, you should know the number of days in each month, and now you have to simply add, that will give you the number of days between 15th of March and 30th of September है ना. In between you have seen all the days, so just simply add it है ना. 9, 10, 11, 12 and 18, 1 is carried here, so this 1 and 1 2, and how many threes? 1 2 3 4 5, it is 15, and this was 2, 15 16 17, and this 2 19. So 198 is what which is coming here, and that is the option C. So there are 198 days between this thing. So here ना, this thing was just given to confuse you. इसका इम्पैक्ट तो आया ही नहीं है ना, बिकॉज लीप ईयर का इफेक्ट आता है फेब्रवरी में, बट यहाँ पे मार्च से सितंबर तक ही काउंट करना. ओके, सो आई होप ना दिस इज क्लियर. सो नाउ लेट्स मूव टू सम अदर प्रॉब्लम ऑफ कैलेंडर, बिकॉज ना too many questions on calendar were asked. These are simple kind of problems, but you'll see here some tricky problems also. So coming back to the question paper of PPSC, so we have seen 66, and so now the next problem that I can see is question number 70. So this is also calendar problem, question number 70. So let's copy. So coming back to the board. Okay, so it has 4 options, right? A, B, C, D. But what the question is saying, or what is the question asking us, that it is saying if today is January 1, 2023, then what will be, what date will be 366 days from now? Okay, so how to approach this problem? It is also a very simple question, but you have to be careful about the months, about the leap year thing, about the February, so then only our counting will be perfect. First of all, you should know that a year, we have already seen a normal year, that is a regular year, has 365 days. That in 1 year, that is equal to 1 year. In normal case, 1 year is equivalent to 365 days. This is the normal way. But leap year is an exception. So 1 leap year will be equivalent to 366 days. This thing we have already discussed. Okay, so I'm clearing. So now you have to check that from January 1, 2023, what will be the date after 366 days? That is what the question is asking. First of all, tell me whether leap year will have an effect. लीप ईयर का इम्पैक्ट आएगा यहाँ पे कि नहीं आएगा? You know that 2023 is not leap year. not leap year. So when you are going from January to 366 days, तो उसमें है ना 366 डेज जाओगे तो जनवरी के बाद फरवरी काउंटिंग करोगे, फरवरी टू मार्च, है ना? सो ऑन यू आर काउंटिंग. सो फरवरी that will come will not create an extra day because 2023 is not a leap year. That thing is the first thing when you're counting this thing. Leap year will not take effect because a February तक जा ही नहीं रहे. Because what happens is this is a normal year now. This is a regular year. 2023 is not a leap year. So this is a regular year. है ना? और रेगुलर ईयर में आपको पता है 365 डेज होता है. So I can say that from January 1, when 1 year will happen, that will happen 365 days. 365 डेज में हुआ. और 1 year का मतलब क्या है? 1 year pass means after 1 year from the same date, only the year will change, है ना? 2024 will come, but that will come in 365 days because 2023 is not a leap year. अब 2024 leap year है, but it will not create any impact because हम February 24 तक तो पहुंचे ही नहीं, है ना? Because leap year takes effect in February. So this impact is not coming into the question. Fine. So only 2023 February is coming into effect, and that is a regular year. So 365 days में 1 year will pass. But the question is asking, now the tricky part is you are asked about 366 days. 365 days के बाद ये डेट आया है, तो मतलब आफ्टर 1 day, 1 more day, आपका 365 प्लस 1 day हो जाएगा, है ना? That is 366 days will happen. So that is January of 2nd, 2024. So this is what is happening after 366 days. That is, this date is going to come. Okay, so don't get confused कि 2024 में चले जाएंगे आफ्टर 1 year और 2024 लीप ईयर होता है तो 366 डेज में फिर वही डेट आ जाएगी. नहीं, बिकॉज लीप ईयर का इफेक्ट फरवरी में आता है और फरवरी 2023 की काउंट होगी, ना कि 2024 की. और 2023 की फरवरी नॉर्मल है बिकॉज इट इज नॉट अ लीप ईयर, रेगुलर ईयर. सो माई ईयर इज ऑफ 365 डेज. और ईयर का क्या मतलब होता है? 365 डेज इन नॉर्मल ईयर, बिकॉज ये रेगुलर ईयर था. 365 डेज में जनवरी 1 दोबारा से आ जाएगी. 1 year has passed. 1 year has passed means same date will come. And for regular year, 365 days means a single year. अगर लीप ईयर होगा तो 366 डेज का हो जाएगा, है ना? So this is January 2. If the question has asked if today is January 2024, है ना? अगर ये दिया होता, इसकी जगह पे 2024 होता, so what date will be after 366 days? Now try to think, है ना? What will be the answer? I hope, है ना? Now you have understood that now January 2024, 2024 is a leap year. इसमें अब जब आप 365 और 366 डेज देखोगे तो वो देखोगे कि ये लीप ईयर है, तो इसमें फरवरी में अफेक्ट आता है, तो फरवरी में एक एक्स्ट्रा डे आ गया है, तो ये ईयर जो है 366 डेज का होने वाला है. फाइन. So if the question has been, if it is today is January 24, so it is a leap year, and leap year means 1 year is 366 days. So 1 year में क्या चेंज होगा? आफ्टर 366 डेज फिर सेम डेट आ जाएगी, है ना? जनवरी 1, 2025, बिकॉज इट्स अ 2024 वाज अ लीप ईयर, वन एक्स्ट्रा डे. 1 year of leap year is of 366 days, and 1 year passing means same date is coming. I hope, है ना, this is clear. So that is how conceptually you should be very clear. So let's move to some other problem. So let's come to the question paper. We have seen the 70th problem also. Now 72 problem Problem number 72 is of a different kind. So let's copy this to the board. All right. So board पे आ गए, फिर बड़े क्वेश्चन को अरेंज कर देते हैं. So what the question is saying? What is asking? In a particular year, so it has very long statements. So you have to be very careful when you will be finally marking the options. क्या पूछ रहा है? If in a particular year, 2nd June is Thursday, then which of the following is correct? That this day is Wednesday, if the year is not a leap year. This day is Tuesday, if it's not a leap year, है ना? So, they have not given you the year. है ना? यहाँ पे year mentioned नहीं है. So you have to take, है ना, by yourself, depending on the statement. But tell me, अब 2nd of June से आप जब देखोगे, तो लीप ईयर का कुछ इम्पैक्ट आएगा? जब आप दिसंबर तक जाओगे या 28 जून तक जाओगे या दिसंबर तक जाओगे, है ना? इसमें ईदर यू आर गोइंग फ्रॉम 2nd June टू व्हाट आर द डेट्स, डिफरेंट डेट्स? ईदर यू आर गोइंग टू 16th December और यू आर गोइंग टू 28th June, है ना? बस यही 2 डेट है. तो आपको पता है, अभी वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, दिस इज बिटवीन जून और दिसंबर, एंड बिटवीन जून एंड जून देयर इज नो February, एंड लीप ईयर का इफेक्ट आता है February में. सो इट विल नॉट मैटर, getting this point, whether the year is leap year or not a leap year, it will not matter. Okay, because February is not there. So basically you have to tell the day, which day it is. ठीक है, अब ये कैलेंडर का ना डे का कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया, इसको ध्यान से समझ लो. व्हाट डे? कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डे. डे concept is simple, that if today is Sunday, then after 7 days there will be Sunday again. Fine. If today is Monday, so after 7 days Monday will come again. Why it is that? Because we have Sunday to Saturday, total 7 days, है ना? 7 days are there in week. 7 days week ये वाला होता है. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So there are total how many days? 7 days. 7 days आते हैं. तो 7 days के बाद पे सेम डे आ जाएगा ना, बिकॉज आफ्टर 1 डे, एक दिन के बाद मंडे आ रहा है, 2 दिन के बाद ट्यूसडे आ रहा है, 3 दिन के बाद वेडनेसडे, 4 डेज के बाद थर्सडे, 5 डे के बाद फ्राइडे, 6 डेज के बाद सैटरडे, एंड 7 डे इसके बाद सेम डे आ जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस इज समथिंग यू नो, बट ऑल्सो नो दैट 7 के बाद कुछ और डेज पे क्या हुआ, लाइक आफ्टर 8 days. इफ यू आर आस्क्ड अबाउट आफ्टर 8 days व्हाट विल हैपन, यू नो दैट, है ना? 7 days के बाद तो सेम आता है, 8 डे के बाद एक एक्स्ट्रा हो जाएगा ना. Like if it is Sunday, so after 8 days, what will happen? You know that it is a Monday. Because after 7 days, same day comes and there is, say, one extra है. One extra है ना? Similarly, if you want to know after 10 days, 10 days के बाद क्या होगा? 10 days के बाद क्या होगा? Sunday, 7 days तक तो सेम होता है, 3 extra हो जाएगा. 3 extra. 3 extra means that how you can, है ना? Now there is a bit of carefulness in your approach. That Sunday आया था 7 days के बाद, 3 इसमें एक्स्ट्रा ऐड करना है, मतलब मंडे, ट्यूसडे, वेडनेसडे. सो इट विल बी वेडनेसडे. फाइन. बट व्हाट विल हैपन आफ्टर 14 डेज? 14 डेज के बाद क्या होगा? अब संडे है, 14 डेज के बाद क्या होगा? फिर संडे आ जाएगा। व्हाई इज दैट? बिकॉज 7 एंड 7 14 हो गया है ना। 7 डेज एंड 7 डेज साइकिल, it is nothing but 7 plus 7. Or I can say that for 7 days, or 14 days, or 21 days, 28 days, same thing will be happening है ना, if I keep on adding 7 days. So these are basically multiples of 7 है ना, इस पे same day आता है. So that is why if you want to know for a odd number of days, like suppose after 30 days, what will happen? After 30 days क्या होगा? So for this, because ना, you know, the things are in a cycle of 7. There is a cycle of 7 days. So I will try to see how many cycles are there of 7. Means I will simply divide by 7. 7 4 से 20 है ना, 28 तक तो आपका साइकिल ये होता था, बट यहाँ पे 2 एक्स्ट्रा बचा है, 2 इज रिमाइंडर. सो इन दीज डेज दिस रिमाइंडर विल गिव यू द एक्स्ट्रा ना. अब 30 डेज आपको ऐसे नहीं पता लगा, बट नाउ यू नो 28 डेज तक तो साइकिल ऑफ 7 चल रहा था, उसमें 2 एक्स्ट्रा आ गया. Because I divided, when I divided 30 by 7, 2 is remainder, means 2 is extra. तो एक्स्ट्रा आपको पता है. अब संडे से शुरू हुए थे, तो संडे से 28 डेज तक तो संडे आ गया है ना, बिकॉज इट इज अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 7. ये कंप्लीटली डिवाइड हो रहा है, बट यहाँ पे 2 एक्स्ट्रा रिमाइंडर है. सो मीन्स संडे, मंडे एंड ट्यूसडे. सो द डे विल बी ट्यूसडे आफ्टर 30 days. Fine. So this is very important concept. That is why I'm explaining it in detail. Because if you have to see after 100 days, after 100 days क्या होगा? So what you will do is, we'll divide 100 by 7 simply and try to see the remainder. Remainder कितना आया है? Remainder ही important है ना. 2 is remainder है. Means 98 तक तो आपका साइकिल बन जाएगा ना. उसमें 2 एक्स्ट्रा डेज बच जाएंगे है ना. जो 7 के पहले अगर आप मंडे से स्टार्ट हुए थे, आप मंडे ले लेते हैं. मंडे से 7 के साइकिल्स 98 डेज है ना. 2 एक्स्ट्रा है तो 98 डेज तक तो मंडे आ गया. बट यहाँ पे 2 एक्स्ट्रा बचा है. 2 एक्स्ट्रा डेज यू विल सी, that is Tuesday, Wednesday. So it will be the Wednesday if we see from Monday. है ना. संडे से देखोगे तो ट्यूसडे हो जाएगा ना, that we have already seen. So I hope this thing is, cycle thing is clear. So now we can come back to solving this question. All right. So this question was asking 2nd June is Thursday. This is Thursday. So you have to check for different options are giving you different date, but there are only 2 dates. And we've already seen that there will be no effect of leap year, that we already understood, because 16th December or 28th June, when you go from June, February is not coming. So now let's see the number of days. 2nd June, पहले इजी वाला ले लेते हैं. इजी वाला ये है, 2nd June से 28th June तक आप जाओगे. Easy. How many days? Easily you are seeing 28 minus 2, that is this is 2nd June, this is 28 June, 26 days are there, or 26 days you will divide by 7. 7 3s are 21 and 5 is remain. Means 5 is extra here. Means 5 days will be shifted. So shift the days na, just simply write your days: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. अब संडे और सैटरडे को डिफरेंशिएट करने के लिए संडे पे एस एन डाल देते हैं, सैटरडे पे एस टी. नाउ इट वाज थर्सडे. थर्सडे वाज गिवन एंड 5 का शिफ्ट होगा ना, आफ्टर 26 डेज 5 का शिफ्ट होगा. तो सी दिस शिफ्ट वेरी केयरफुली. एक शिफ्ट होगा 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. मीन्स इट विल बी ट्यूसडे है ना. ट्यूसडे विल कम on 28th June. will be Tuesday. Okay, so we have already seen whether it is a leap year or not year, it will not make a difference. But 28th June is a Tuesday. This is correct. We're saying 28th June is Tuesday if the year is a leap year. So this is also correct. And commission here also, if you see the options, commission has given two options. Is correct. All right. So because we have already seen there will be no impact of leap year. So both these statements are correct. But let's check for the 16th. Okay. Let's check for the 16th December. That what will happen when we will be going from 2nd June to 16th December. अब ये काफी लंबा टाइम है. So here you have to count your days very carefully. That is month by month. So first of all, remember which are the months which are there. June, July, August, September, October, November and December. अब जून में आपको थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आएगा ना, बिकॉज दिस पर्टिकुलर डेट यू हैव टू सी द डेज केयरफुली. एंड दिसंबर में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आएगा, तो इसको सर्कल कर. बट रेस्ट ऑफ द डेज विल बी कंप्लीटली काउंटेड ना. लाइक 31 days are here, 31 days are here, 30 days are here, and 31 days are here, and 30 days are here. All right. But for June, now you are counting how many days which are left after 2nd June. Second June has how many days? 30 days normally. जून में 30 days होते हैं. But we are seeing the change, that is from 2nd June, 2nd of June to 30th June. Let me rub it first. That is from 2nd of June to 30th of June. How many days have passed? How many days have passed? Simply I can subtract. It is 28 days have passed. All right. 28 days were there between 2nd June and 30th June. Okay. So I will write 28 here. And for December, it is 16th December. So I will write 16, because from 1st to 16th I will go 16 days. अब यहाँ पे एक्सक्लूड करने के लिए नहीं लिखा था ना, तो डोंट मेक इट unnecessarily complicated and don't compare it with the last. The language of the last question was different. There it was saying excluding these days, but it is not saying excluding. So you will simply subtract the dates. Like 16 September तक, 30th तक तो November तक ही हो गया, 16 days extra. And now you have to see that which day it will be. Like 2nd June is Thursday. This is given. This is Thursday. So one way is you count all these days and then you divide by 7. But I will tell you a shortcut. That you just write the remainders here only. That is the concept of odd days. Odd days. Odd days is a beautiful concept in calendar problem, very helpful concept. Like suppose we have seen 25 days के बाद क्या होगा, तो हम इसको डिवाइड करते हैं 7 से 7 3 से 21 and there is 4 remainder. So this 4 is called as 4 odd days. So odd days you add odd days decide the shift कि 4 extra days. So here, because all this total you need for dividing with 7. So that will be difficult. So what you can do is divide these here only. यहीं पे divide कर दो और इनके odd days लिख दो. Means I will write the odd days here itself. That if I divide 28 by 7, अब 28 तो completely divisible होता है 7 से. So 7 4 28, 0 remainder, 0 odd days. अब यहाँ पे क्या 28 है आपको पता है 28 के टेबल पे आता है 7 4 28. तो you don't need to divide every time. You can simply know that 28 से 3 extra है. ये 28 से 3 एक्स्ट्रा है, ये 30 से 2 एक्स्ट्रा है ना, 28 से 2 एक्स्ट्रा है 30 वाला, फिर ये 3 एंड दिस इज 2 एंड दिस इज, है ना, you can write 2 because 16 when you divide by 7, 7 to the 14 and 2 is extra. So you have written the odd days here. Okay, so that makes your calculation easier. Now just add, क्योंकि odd days के हिसाब से shift होता है ना, कितने एक्स्ट्रा है, तो देख लो कितने एक्स्ट्रा टोटल odd days आए हैं. That is 0 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus ये वाला 2 plus this 2. That is equal to 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 odd days. बट है ना, odd days ये भी दोबारा डिवाइड हुआ by 7 until this number is divisible by 7, है ना, because this you have total and this has given you number bigger than 7, है ना. अब 15 डे मैनुअली आप तो नहीं देखोगे, है ना, दैट 15 का शिफ्ट या तो वैसे देख लो कि यहाँ से संडे मंडे 15 बार करो, या फिर से 15 को डिवाइड कर लो. दैट इज माई 15 odd days are bigger than 7, so I will divide, है ना, जब भी 7 से बड़ा होगा इसको डिवाइड करो ताकि you get, है ना, simple number, 7 to the 40. So this one is the extra day, one extra day. So this is the one odd day finally. One odd day means there will be shift of one day only. If 2nd June was given to be Thursday, question में क्या दिया है, 2nd day is Thursday, so we have calculated 16th September. That will be not Wednesday, it will be Friday. Next day होगा ना, one odd day आ रहा है. So this statement is, I can say A statement is wrong. And we've already seen leap year will not make a difference. This statement will also be wrong because this is repetitive. Whether it's a leap year or not leap year, it is not making any difference. But yes, B is correct, C is correct. And the commission has given option as B and C here. Both the options were correct. All right. So this question teaches you the concept of, very important concept, odd days. That is कितने का shift होगा. So that depends on cycle of 7 days, because 7 days पे चीजें change होती. So always remember that calendar based problem require divisibility. You have to divide by 7, है ना, that is divide by 7 and see remainder. जब भी days का क्वेश्चन आएगा तो यही अप्रोच चलेगी. बेसिक इज दिस ओनली, apart from the leap year and that thing. Leap year वगैरह किस लिए है, to check whether there are 366 days or 365 days in a year. बट है ना, जब पूछेगा फ्राइडे है तो इतने दिन बाद क्या हुआ, then you have to use this concept, divide by 7, check the remainder, and then try to see the odd days that will give you the shift. Fine. So I hope you have learned now a lot of concepts regarding the calendar. So now we will take up the remaining left problems of calendar. So let's come back to the PDF. So there was one more problem of calendar that I guess we have in the initial questions. ये सारे तो हमने यहाँ से देख लिए. Yes, this question number. This question involves calculation, and this has some tricks also. But let's see first question number 31 by conceptual method. Then I will also tell you about the shortcut method, but I also know the shortcut method is very difficult to remember. तो logically सीखोगे तो better रहेगा. So regarding it, you have to basically know about the different type of problems, and we can discuss, because you will understand in these discussions that I will warn you about certain kind of problems to be avoided in exam. Okay, I have pasted the question here, and this is the last question from the calendar topic that came in your exam. And this one is a tricky, but we will try to learn a lot from this question regarding the calendar problems. and almost all the other things that we have seen today will be used in this question. The concepts basically that we have learned. Okay, so what this question is asking, it has given you just a date. You know, there is no mention of the time period like from when to when. They've just given you a random date and they are asking you what day it is. Right? So this question is based on some fundamental understanding that from when the days started, that you should know one date. Then only we can talk about October 12, 2035. So I will tell you some very basic things regarding our calendar system. First of all, one thing that you should remember, that this day, what is this day? That is the 1st January of the 001 year. That is 111. That was a Monday. Okay. So this is the one fact on which our understanding is based, but you can remember some other day for easing your solution of the problem. Like you can remember, you will understand why, but you can remember that 1st January of 2001, that is 1120001, was also a Monday. Okay. Or if somebody wants to remember some other day, like 1st January of 2000, that was a Saturday. But I will recommend that you can remember one of these days, either this or either this. Fine. But you should also understand some fundamental thing regarding the calendar system. And we will also talk about the formula. Some people apply some codes as a shortcut method to calculate this thing. And we will discuss that at last. But before that, try to understand the things conceptually. Because the tricks, the formula based things, why I don't encourage, because if you forget the thing, one of the thing, then you cannot solve it at all. But again, this kind of question is something that with formula can be solved in time limit, but if we solve it by logic or by the conceptual way, then it will take a lot of time. So I will not recommend doing this kind of calendar question if you don't know the formula in the exam, but you should know the concept. Because conceptually it will take a lot. Other problems you can do, but this is like randomly you are given some date and you are being asked about the date. And sometimes the day is easy also. I will tell you one more approach to this question, that how you can think. Like suppose that approach is more about that what day is your exam on. From that you can calculate. I hope you got the second approach regarding this. But let's move on to the basic about the calendar system. One thing is that every 400 years there are 0 odd days. What does it mean? We have seen enough of the odd day concept. That odd day is deciding that whether shift of the day will be how much. Like if the odd day is 1, so my day is shifting from Sunday to Monday or Monday to Tuesday. Or if my odd days are 2, then like suppose it is Wednesday, so I will shift by 2 position to Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that was the odd day thing that we have seen already. That you obtain from dividing by 7, because days repeat by the cycle of 7. That thing we have already seen. So every 400 years, 0 day means same day is coming, same day. So I've told you, like this was a Monday. So you can say, that 1st January of this 001 was a Monday. So first Jan, or better to write first of say 401, because na 400 years have passed. So from this year 401 will come. Fine. So that will also be a Monday. Okay. So similarly 400, 400. So this is also a multiple of 400, no? Like 800, 1200, 1600. And finally, this will also come. That is 1, 1 and 2001. That will also be a Monday. No? That we have seen already, that you can remember also. So this thing is clear. No? So from this, now we will try to find the answer for this question. No? This is the base that you need to remember if you don't know the formula. Formula is more complicated than this thing, but formula will give you answer quickly if you can remember. But let's solve this by this approach. I hope this thing is clear that 1st of January 2001 is a Monday. Okay, so let's now solve this thing. First, let me change the color. First of 2001 is a Monday. That is by fact, that we have seen by the calendar system itself, and we can remember it. So what will be the first of 2035? That we can calculate now, because we have seen the concept of odd days and leap years. That is, leap year and regular year or non-leap year have different number of odd days. Regular year or non-leap, non-leap year. That you will understand. That is also a very important thing that we are going to see. Fine. This has 365 days. Okay, that you know by now. And leap year has February 29th as extra, so it is 366 days. Okay, so what is this odd days for these kind? That is, after 1 year of a regular year, we want to see the change. That will depend on when I divide it by 7 and I find the remainder, I can see the odd days. So that is coming out to be 1. 1 is coming. That is, regular year has 1 odd day. This is something you can remember. That is, I showed you just that how we can see this, but you don't need to solve this in exam. You just for conceptual clarity, I'm doing these steps. But please remember that regular or non-leap year has 1 odd day. Means what? Like this year, that is 2026. 2026 is there. It is a regular year. And suppose on 13th September 2026, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. So on 13th September 2027, what day it will be? Because 2026 is a regular year, 2027 is also a regular year, and the February that will come according to this year, है ना? That February के accordingly हम देखते हैं कि हम 365 डेज का ईयर काउंट करेंगे कि 366 का डेज काउंट करेंगे कि फरवरी कौन से ईयर की है ना, फरवरी पे डिपेंड करता है, नॉट जस्ट द ईयर नंबर। फरवरी किस में आ रही है? 2027 वाले में आ रही है, इसमें तो सितंबर है, फरवरी इसमें आई है ना। बट वी नो दैट बोथ आर रेगुलर ईयर्स, सो आफ्टर 365 डेज देर विल बी 1 ईयर, है ना। 1 ईयर 365 डेज का होगा, मतलब 1 ऑड डे ऐड होगा, मतलब यहाँ पे मंडे आ जाएगा। फाइन, ठीक हो गया। And for this leap year, there will be 2 odd days, because when I will change this value to 1 extra, so there will be 16 here and there will be 2 remainder, so things will change and you will get 2 odd days. So leap year has 2 odd days. है ना? तो मतलब 2024 फर्स्ट जन है ना, सपोजिटली इफ इट इज संडे, सो दिस इज अ लीप ईयर है ना, दिस इज लीप ईयर। एंड फेब्रवरी इसी ईयर का आएगा जब हम 1 जनवरी 2025 में मूव करेंगे। फेब्रवरी इस ईयर का काउंट होगा ना, सो लीप ईयर का इफेक्ट आएगा। लीप ईयर का इफेक्ट आएगा तो 2 ऑड डेज ऐड हो जाएगा ना, है ना, बिकॉज 2 ऑड डेज, सो इट विल मूव फ्रॉम संडे टू ट्यूसडे, इट विल मूव टू ट्यूसडे। ऑल राइट, so that is something that we will use now, है ना? Please note, है ना, this is very important thing, another important thing that you have seen here, and we will utilize these learnings in the now next step. So I'm rubbing with this thing, है ना, because this was just for the explanation part. So now you know that how many leap years are there, है ना? How many means what is a leap year and what is the odd day effect. So let's now apply this to this question. So now you can tell me what will happen when you will go from first of 2001 to first of 2025, है ना? Before moving to this day, we just move from the day which we know. For this, you have to see now how many years are there and how many of them are leap years and how many are not, है ना? Because यहाँ पे एक ईयर का चेंज नहीं है, कितने ईयर का चेंज है? This is a change of a lot number of years, है ना? यहाँ पे years का change is 34. 34 years have passed. Fine. And you want to know the leap years. Because 34 is a big number, है ना? So you should know how to quickly find the leap years. Leap years have a cycle of 4, है ना? Leap years का cycle क्या है? 4 का है। 4 years के बाद रिपीट होते हैं ना? Leap years का cycle 4 का है। So this cycle is of 4. So you can find the number of leap years by, this is 34 divided by simply 4. 4 8s are 32, and decimal value is not important for us, है ना? Because we are counting something, है ना? हम काउंट कर रहे हैं। क्या काउंट कर रहे हैं? वी आर काउंटिंग लीप ईयर्स, है ना? वी आर काउंटिंग नंबर ऑफ लीप ईयर्स। तो नंबर कोई भी काउंटिंग का पॉइंट्स में नहीं आता ना, तो इट मीन्स 8 कंप्लीट ईयर्स है, उसके बाद पॉइंट्स वाला हमारे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है। दैट इज जस्ट शोइंग दैट अगर यहाँ पे वैल्यू होती 36, तो कंप्लीट यहाँ पे 9th आ जाता, है ना? 36 को डिवाइड करते 4 से, तो 8 ईयर हो चुके हैं लीप ईयर, नेक्स्ट इज कमिंग, है ना? बट दैट इज नॉट अराइव डेट, है ना? अभी नहीं आया। So in counting numbers, we avoid the decimal. So when you divide this by 4, because leap years have a cycle of 4, you get 8 complete leap years. 9th अभी नहीं आया. So that is how you find the leap years. Or you can do manually also ना, manually थोड़ा टाइम लग जाएगा. Manually अब आपको 2001 से 2035 तक जाना है, तो आपका फर्स्ट कौन सा होगा? 2004, 2008, 2012। तो अगर ज़्यादा कन्फ्यूज़न हो एग्ज़ाम में, तो मैनुअली भी कर सकते हो, इतना बड़ा नंबर भी नहीं है ना 34, क्योंकि लीप ईयर तो 4 ईयर्स के गैप पे आएँगे, तो आप ऐसे भी कर लो अगर कन्फ्यूज़न होती है। 2032 है ना, उसके बाद 36 आ जाएगा, जो कि इससे बड़ा है ना 2035 से, तो वहाँ तक नहीं जाना है हमें। 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 एंड सॉरी, देयर विल बी 28 also. So you can count it manually also, है ना? If somebody has confusion, आप मैनुअली काउंट कर लो 2001 से 2035 तक जाना है, तो 2004 फर्स्ट होगा, लीप ईयर है ना? 2001 तो नहीं है, उसके बाद 20 ये होगा, फिर 2008 होगा। तो 34 ईयर्स का गैप पे, 4-4 ईयर के गैप पे आएगा, तो आप मैनुअली भी देख सकते हो अगर किसी को कन्फ्यूजन है। 2016, 2020, 2024, 2028 एंड दिस एंड नेक्स्ट इज 2028 एंड 2030, है ना? 36 नहीं आएगा, ये 35 तक काउंट कर, तो वही 8 आ गया आपका, है ना? जो 8 आया था। So I am showing you things, है ना, by multiple ways to extend your, है ना, this quantitative aptitude or thinking, how you can, है ना, think in different ways. एक मेथड से अगर हम सॉल्व तो कर ही सकते हैं, बट है ना, so I am showing you just by multiple ways, so you should remember the things by whatever approach you like the most. So now coming back to this thing, that why we have calculated this leap years. Simply to find the odd days, है ना. अब चेंज जो ईयर्स का चेंज हुआ है 34, मतलब in these 34 years 8 are leap years and rest are regular years. Regular years are 34 minus 8, that is 26 regular years है, और 8 leap years है. Fine. This thing is very clear. Why we have calculated this thing? Because now we can simply find the days change. हमें डे का चेंज देखना था. हमें क्या देखना था? हमें देखना था कि मंडे है तो 2035 को फर्स्ट को क्या होगा. So now we can easily see, because we know that in regular year there is one odd day, है ना. So 26 into 1 or 26 regular year, this much odd day will be there, plus odd days of 8, है ना. टोटल आर 34 years. So दोनों का कैलकुलेट कर दो. लीप ईयर्स में कितना है? लीप ईयर्स है 2 odd days, so 8 into 2. So this is the total odd days, है ना, total odd days for 2001 to 2035. This is coming out to be 26 plus 16, that is 42. 42, है ना. आई हैव टोल्ड यू ऑड डेज हमेशा आप 7 से डिवाइड करके, है ना, 7 से बड़ा है तो हमेशा 7 से डिवाइड करोगे. 42 divided by 7 is completely divisible, है ना. In odd days you see the remainder. So this is equivalent to 0 odd days, है ना. 42 odd days means, because this is a multiple of 7 only, है ना, रिपीट हो रहा है, तो odd days आपके 0 आ गए हैं बेसिकली. 0 odd days means same day will become, I mean, same day, है ना. That is in this change. Here also I will get Monday. ठीक हो गया. So now you have to reach to this state, है ना. एग्जाम में नहीं करना है ऐसे, है ना. एग्जाम में ऐसे करोगे तो बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा, तो ऐसे उसको छोड़ दो या फॉर्मूला से. बट आई एम शोइंग यू दिस सो यू अंडरस्टैंड, है ना, that how the things are manually or conceptually moving. So you have moved from 1st of 2001 to 1st January of 2035, and you know this is Monday. So I will now have to move to this date. ठीक है. अब सिंपल काउंटिंग ही आप करते जाओगे. That is, now I know that 1st of the January of 2035 is a Monday. Okay. So what day will be the 12th October of 2035? Or we can write in the same form, है ना, that we know 1st January 2035 is Monday. So up to 1st October 2035 will be which day? ठीक है. So आपको वही देखना है, odd days देखना है ना. So now it will be about the knowledge of months. We are basically moving from January to October, है ना, January to October. And you know, है ना, that it has mid of October है, तो middle में है, तो you take the complete months. That is first see January to September, the change. October is only 12 days, and October is not complete. So when you see the change, you know that January, different months, na? It's right, this thing. January has 31 days. But now you know already that we are only interested in odd days. है ना. Odd days कितना है जनवरी का? 3 होगा. Because है ना, this thing we have seen again and again, 7 4 is 28. तो 28 हमको पता है, 28 से 3 एक्स्ट्रा, तो 3 odd days are in January. Means what? It simply means that when you are moving from 1st of January 2035 to 1st of February of 2035, 1 month has passed, that is 31 days has passed of January, which is equivalent to 3 odd days. So 1st February 2035 को हमको देखना है कौन सा डे है, तो हम 3 ऐड कर देंगे, है ना? बट हमें वो नहीं देखना है. बट इफ यू वांट टू सी ना, दैट विल बी मंडे प्लस 3. इट इज ट्यूसडे, वेडनेसडे एंड थर्सडे. So that is the importance of this odd days month. But we have to go to October. तो हम ऐसे ही 1st अक्टूबर तक देख लेते हैं, है ना? जैसे 1st February तक देखा, वैसे February, how many odd days? Now that will depend on whether it is a leap year or not. This is a regular year, so odd days for 28 will be 0, है ना? 28 days का है. So March 31st 31 days का है, odd days 3. April कितना हो जाएगा? 2 odd days, है ना? Now I'm directly, because April is of 30 days, so odd days will be 2. May में कितना हो जाएगा? 3, because 31 days है ना? जून, चलो लिखिए देते हैं. जून is of 30 days, तो odd day कितना हो गया? 2. जुलाई 31, है ना? But in exam will not write like this, ना? You have to just write directly. So 3 odd days similarly, because it is of 31 days. September is 2 odd days. Now October you will not write, है ना? October you will not write because this is the middle of October. October तो पास ही नहीं हुआ, सितंबर तक पास हुआ है ना? सितंबर तक कंप्लीट मंथ्स कंप्लीट हुए हैं, अक्टूबर कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ. So you will not write, but you will do what now? Simply add the odd days to see the total change. So that is easy to count. Now, instead of these numbers, total days, just see the total odd days and then again divide by 7 to get the simplified remainder of 7. So 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 16, 19 and 21. तो 21 आ गया. कितना अच्छा नंबर आया है, बिकॉज है ना, यू नो ऑलरेडी दैट दिस इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 0 odd days. 0 odd days, 0 odd days के बराबर है ना? बिकॉज 21 when I will divide by 7, it is completely divisible. 7 is 21. So 0 odd days आ गया. मतलब क्या है? सेम डे है. अब ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अब you have moved from 1st January to how many months up to September has passed, ना? जैसे 1st Feb तक देखा था जब जनवरी पास हो गया, वैसे फेब पास हो जाएगा तो मार्च, तो सितंबर जब पास हो गया तो 1st October 2035, the date you have obtained after passing of September. You have added the odd days and this is coming out to be same day, Monday. So now it is very easy to see. है ना? अब तो क्वेश्चन रह ही नहीं गया. 1st October 2035, that is Monday, and 12th October 2035 is what day? So what is the change here? Change क्या है? 12 minus 1, that is 11 days. 11 days, how many odd days? Divided by 7, 4 is remainder, है ना? So 4 odd days, है ना? 7 11 को डिवाइड करोगे 7 से, 4 रिमाइंडर आएगा ना? 4 रिमाइंडर हो गया, तो 4 odd days हो गए. Means 4 odd days. 4 odd days means if this is Monday, so 12th October will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, है ना? 4th day, Friday. So my answer will be what? My answer will be A. That is Friday. All right. So this is a bit lengthy problem because we have seen a lot of concept into this. So now I will tell you one more thing that you can do in exam for such kind of questions. Before the formula, let's see one more logical thing. Like suppose this year your prelims is going to fall on 13th September 2026. Okay. I'm just supposing I don't know the date. You can tell me the date. But this is Sunday. संडे को है ना एग्जाम, मतलब संडे को मैंने ले लिया, जैसे 13 सितंबर 2026 है संडे। और वटेवर एग्जाम एग्जाम के दिन तो आपको पता होगा ना कौन सा दिन है, चाहे कुछ हो, 13 हो, 20 सितंबर हो, वटेवर डेट इट इज। लेट्स से 20 ले लेते हैं, चलो 20 सितंबर को है, चलो exam। तो उस दिन तो संडे होगा ना, वटेवर डेट। सो जस्ट मूव टू, ये दिन तो आपको पता है, नो नीड फॉर दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग, है ना, वो कॉन्सेप्चुअली समझाने के लिए था। बट है ना, ये अप्रोच से आप सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते हो कि ये मंडे है तो फिर कौन सा दिन होगा, बहुत टाइम हो जाएगा। बट आपको हमेशा पता होगा कि आपका एग्जाम किस दिन था, एग्जाम संडे को है। सो नाउ जस्ट मूव टू, अभी अक्टूबर तक जाना है ना, फर्स्ट गो टू 20th सितंबर ऑफ 2035, पहले यहाँ तक चले जाओ, बिकॉज दिस इज द ईयर चेंज, है ना, ईयर चेंज है। सो आई कैन सी द ऑड डेज बाई हाउ मेनी लीप ईयर्स एंड हाउ मेनी रेगुलर ईयर्स। टोटल ईयर्स कितने पास हुए, टोटल ईयर्स 2035 से 2026, दैट इज 9 ईयर्स। इसमें से अब लीप ईयर्स तो बहुत ईजी है ना, लीप ईयर इसमें आएगा 2028 वाला, 2032 वाला, मतलब 2 आर लीप ईयर्स। एंड रेगुलर ईयर्स विल बी, जो बाकी रह गए ना टोटल में से 7 ईयर्स। ऑड डेज कितने हो जाएंगे इस चेंज में, ऑड डेज कितने हो गए, 9, सॉरी 2 आर लीप ईयर्स एंड 7 आर रेगुलर। दैट इज फॉर लीप ईयर्स वी हैव 2 ऑड डेज, है ना, लीप ईयर में 2 ऑड डेज होते हैं और इसमें 1 ऑड डे होता है। टोटल हो गए 7 इंटू 1 प्लस 2 इंटू 2, है ना, बिकॉज यू हैव टू ऑड डेज, तो इतने ऑड डे टोटल हो गए 11 ऑड डेज। तो आप सिंप्लीफाई करोगे ऑड डेज को ना, बिकॉज दिस इज बिगर देन 7, आई विल चेक द रिमाइंडर बाई 7 एंड आई नो वट इज द रिमाइंडर 4 ऑड डेज आ गया। ठीक है, अब ये तो ईजी है ना, दिस यू कैन डू इन एग्जाम, दैट यू हैव रीच्ड 20th September 2035 and 4 odd days have come, that is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, है ना, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday is that day, that is 20th September of 35। बट हमें केयरफुली इस डेट पे जाना है, सो लेट्स ना कंप्लीट द प्रोसेस, बट दिस इज कंपैरेटिवली easy। 20th September 2035, the day is coming out to be Thursday, and we have to go to 12th October of 2035। So now simply manually count the days, total days कितने पास हो, है ना? तो इजी है, 20th सितंबर से पहले मंथ के एंड तक देख लो। अब सितंबर होता है 30th सितंबर, टोटल डेज आर 10। इफ यू वांट टू कन्वर्ट इट टू ऑड डेज वो भी कर सकते हो, बट एक ही बार में सारे कर दीजिए, टोटल डेज देख लेते हैं ना कितने हैं, यहाँ से यहाँ तक कितने हैं। और ये तो इजी है, 12 अक्टूबर के ना, तो 12 अक्टूबर के हो गए। सो टोटल डेज आर 10 प्लस 12, दैट इज 22। 22 days means how many odd days? Odd days, if I want to see, that will be 22 divided by 7 is a 21. One odd day. One odd day. So that was your Thursday. So Thursday plus one is Friday. Friday. ये Friday आ गया ना. So this day again you are getting the answer Friday. All right. So this is much easier. But है ना, by the last method you have understood the प्रोसेस, है ना, प्रोसेस क्लियर हो गई कि कैसे ईयर्स, मंथ्स और डेज में आपको ऑड डेज देखते जाना है ना। बेसिकली यू आर सीइंग द टोटल ऑड डेज। ऑलराइट, सो दिस वाज इट। नाउ है ना, मेनी ऑफ यू might be curious about the formula also. So what the formula says that you just add the date with something called as month code, we will discuss the code, but first of all, see the formula. Then you will add the last two digits of the year, last two digits. तो लग रहा है ना थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, और ऐसी चीज में एक भी आप भूल गए तो हो गया काम, है ना. सो दैट इज वाई always go with the concept. We are not going for the banking exam where quick calculations are needed. And you just have to qualify the paper. Na? So unnecessarily these kind of things will burden you. Then year, then there'll be a century code will also be there for that particular century. And then you will also add the leap years in the century. Leap years in that century. What does it mean? है ना, मैं आपको समझा रहा हूँ. बट इसको थोड़ा सा एक लाइन इसको फिर डिवाइड कर देना 7 से, फिर आपको ऑड डेज मिल जाएंगे in this formula. So I'm again writing this in a bit compact way. That is date plus month code, है ना. कोड एक तो मंथ वाला है, एक आपका सेंचुरी वाला कोड है, एंड देन देयर इज अ ईयर जिसमें लास्ट टू डिजिट्स है ना, टू डिजिट्स लिखनी प्लस लीप ईयर्स इन दी सेंचुरी ना, जो सेंचुरी कंसर्न है उससे डिवाइडेड बाई 7. सो जो आपका रिमाइंडर होगा उससे आपके ऑड डेज आ जाएंगे. नाउ वी विल डिकोड दिस फॉर्मूला. फाइन, लेट्स से व्हाट इज दी लाइक 12th October. Let me use a different pen. Like 12th October 2035. So here है ना, the date will be the 12, है ना. मंथ कोड पे आते हैं. सेंचुरी, सेंचुरी कोड्स, सेंचुरी मीन्स व्हाट इज द ईयर 2000. 2000 चल रहे हैं ना, दैट इज 21st century. दैट इज 2000 टू 2099 तक एक सेंचुरी आपकी होगी, है ना. फिर 2100 से डिफरेंट सेंचुरी हो जाएगी. ऐसी 1900 से 1999 तक एक सेंचुरी होगी. So they have certain codes that you will see. Then year 2 digits, that is these 2 digits है ना. यहाँ पे आपका 35 आ गया. लीप ईयर्स इन दी सेंचुरी. नाउ दिस इज 35 सेंचुरी ना, 2000 में 35 ईयर्स. सो लीप ईयर्स कितने हैं 35 के, जो आपने पहले भी कैलकुलेट किया था. दैट इज यू विल डिवाइड 35 बाई 4. 4 8 are 32. रेस्ट वी आर नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट ना, कंप्लीट बिकॉज वी आर काउंटिंग है तो होल नंबर कंसिडर करोगे तो 8 लीप ईयर्स आ रहा है. 4 8 are 32. नाउ ओनली मंथ कोड एंड सेंचुरी कोड आर रिमेनिंग इन द फॉर्मूला. ठीक है, तो मंथ कोड कैसे इसमें देते हैं, जस्ट रिमेंबर it is by some I'm using different pen. Month code. Months are given certain code. They are based on 144. है ना, ऐसे याद रखो. This is the 12 square. Then there is 025. That is the 25 square, 5 square. Then there is 036. That is the 6 square. And then there is 146. है ना, इसमें दो ऐड हो गया. So that is giving you. तो ये सब याद रखना पड़ेगा उसके लिए. तो मैं प्रेफर नहीं करता ये को बताने के लिए, बट है ना, क्योंकि इसमें एक भी चीज़ भूल गया. अब ये जनवरी का कोड है, फरवरी का, ये मार्च का, ऐसे आपके सारे कोड हो गए, अप्रैल वगैरह. तो इसमें अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर, ये अक्टूबर का हो गया ना. अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर. सो अक्टूबर हैज हैविंग कोड ऑफ 1 अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस. सो अक्टूबर मंथ कोड is 1. Now we will see the century code. सेंचुरी कोड में क्या है, 1900 वाली सेंचुरी जो है, 1901 से लेके 199 तक, 0 20012 टू 2099 ना. 2100 से अलग सेंचुरी, इसका कोड होता है 6. 2100 के जो आएंगे 2101 से लेके और 2199 तक, उसका 4 होता है. बट है ना, दिस इज वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. सो नाउ सेंचुरी कोड is coming out to be, because this is which century, 2035. So this is coming out to be 6. मंथ कोड 1 आ गया ना, सो आई एम अगेन राइटिंग दी फॉर्मूलाज अगेन ताकि आपको फिर कंफ्यूजन ना हो। लेट्स राइट इट अगेन दैट our formula is date, that is 12 plus month code, और मंथ कोड कितना है अक्टूबर का 1, 1 plus century code, that is coming out to be 6, then year, last two digits है ना, last two digits 35, leap years कितने आ गए 8 है ना। So I guess we have added all the things 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 things. So 5 things after adding this you will divide by 7. So how much it is coming? इसका ऐड करो 35 and 8 43, ये 49 हो गया 50 and this is 62 divided by 7. So this will give you odd days कितने हो जाएंगे है ना, 7 से डिवाइड करने के बाद इसमें 6 odd days हो जाएंगे ना, बिकॉज 62 divided by 7, 7 8s are 56 is there, so 6 is remainder, 6, just see the remainder of this thing. इसमें remainder जैसे हम odd days में देखते हैं, so it is coming out to be 6 odd days लिख लो चाहे 6 odd days coming और 6 code is coming. और now the answer shift कहाँ से करेंगे ना, तो इसमें क्या होता है that you have some codes or assumptions for the day also. They start from Saturday according to them, है ना, every Saturday is 0 and then Saturday के बाद क्या आता है Sunday, कोड 1 होता है, Monday is to Tuesday is just for this method है ना, ये वैसे कोई आप वैसे मत लगाना odd days में इसको, this is for this assumption. तो यहाँ पे Friday का आ गया ना 6 आ गया, Friday तक 6 होता है, so 6 here mean because है ना we're starting from Saturday, 6 रिमाइंडर आया है तो 6 is Friday. सो आई गेस है ना दिस इज मोर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड देन स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द एग्जाम डे। अगर आपको जी जो एग्जाम की डे है वहाँ से मैनुअली आप चलोगे और उस ईयर में जाओगे, वो ज़्यादा ईजी है एज कम्पेयर टू दिस फॉर्मूला, बिकॉज दिस नीड प्रैक्टिस। इफ यू फॉरगेट वन थिंग, यहाँ पे कहाँ पे लास्ट टू डिजिट लिखना था, कहाँ पे होगा ना, सो पीपल टीच बाई दिस कोड मेथड, बट दिस इज कॉम्प्लिकेटेड। दिस इज यूजफुल if you're writing some other exam where aptitude is a major paper, है ना, aptitude is deciding paper that you have to solve all the questions and है ना, you have then practice में तो आप जीएस की तरह सीसैट को टाइम देते हो, बट है ना यहाँ पे क्या है कि आपको मिनिमम टाइम पे चीज़ें सीखनी है, तो मिनिमम टाइम पे तभी मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि कौन सी चीज़ आप सीखो, कौन सा क्वेश्चन करो और किस अप्रोच से करो। ऑलराइट, सो बाय दिस we have completed our this calendar based questions of APPSC 2024 paper, and we will see some other problems। वैसे ही एक गो में प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस की कोई पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक को उठा लेना ना, यू कैन ऑल्सो सजेस्ट इफ यू वांट टू, और आई विल टेक अप द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक माई सेल्फ। ओके, थैंक्स।